These spiky sea urchins are called gardeners of the reef as they feed on algae and help corals thrive. They play a vital role in preserving marine ecosystems. But many species of sea urchins are fast vanishing. There have been reports of wipeouts of Diadema africanum urchin in Canary Islands, Red Sea, Mediterranean, Caribbean, and Western Indian Ocean. But studying marine life is challenging, making it harder for scientists to understand the threats in the marine environment responsible for the loss of these small yet vital sea animals. Scientists in the School of Zoology and the Steinhardt Museum of Natural History at the Tel Aviv University studied 110 sea urchins' mass mortality events between 1888 and 2024. They found five main causes of mortality: pathogens, catastrophic events such as storms and oxygen depletion, extreme temperatures, alga blooms, and human activities like pollution and habitat destruction. Pathogens were found to be the leading cause of mortality, with the rise in ocean temperature often increasing the risk.
Under extreme temperatures or elevated temperatures, the immune system of echinoderms, like many other organisms, is degraded. So the urchins themselves become more susceptible to the disease. Now, if the same temperature that hampered the immune system of the urchins also helps the proliferation of the pathogen, then you have what we call the perfect storm. All these drivers are operating not exclusively, but rather together. Higher water temperatures, less dissolved oxygen. Again, this feeds back into the metabolism and into the immune system of the urchins. So this is how all these components actually work together to create these events.
Bronstein says that mapping these events shows that they started in the Caribbean in 1983, leading to a wipeout of the population, which subsequently led to a change in the coral population. The loss of urchins turned coral-dominated reef to an algae-dominated reef. This makes sea urchins critical allies in protecting corals from climate change, with coral bleaching events reaching alarming levels.
When we talk about coral reefs, we talk about ecosystems. It is almost impossible to talk about individuals, because what is an individual on a coral reef? It's part of a network that can only survive if it works together. Corals without sea urchins or sea urchins without corals, it doesn't work.
But marine genetic sampling often relies on invasive methods that harm the animal or even require sacrificing it completely after study.
Molecular sampling requires taking a small piece, a tissue or something of the animal, which is often destructive, very invasive, and difficult to do underwater. So you bring the animal to the lab where you take this sample. If I need to bring the sea urchin to the lab in order to identify whether it is sick or not, it doesn't really change the fact this sea urchin is most likely either dead or sacrificed. But this contradicts your efforts, which are conservation of these animals.
To overcome this challenge, the researchers developed a specialized underwater COVID-19 test-like genetic sampling kit that is durable, reliable, inexpensive, and easy to use.
After the sample, basically, you insert the swab into the tube. Through this membrane, you puncture the membrane. It closes after, still keeping the separation of preservation buffer and the sea. And this allowed us now to really screen entire populations. And it's not just restricted to echinoderms. This is highly effective on fish, on coral, on gastropods, basically all marine animals.
The kits were developed through trial and experimentation after gauging their limitations, like replacing cotton swabs with flocked nylon swabs. The scientists say that since the kit allows a single diver to collect a large number of samples in almost any environment with just a light swab, the new sampling kit might be the key to detecting diseases before symptoms appear, as the method is useful for collecting DNA from any type of sample, including pathogens.
Till today, we are almost always reporting history. And if we want to be effective in making a difference and changing something, the very basic requirement is to have detection early enough in order to be able to respond to whatever is happening. Although, unfortunately, we currently don't have companies such as Pfizer or Moderna to develop medicine for marine life, there are some thoughts in this direction, and definitely we're experimenting both with early detection systems and with some solutions that I hope one day soon will be ready and tested in the field.